All right, here for problem 10, all we're really looking at, so here I'm putting f of g. So I'm putting g into f, and then we're going to substitute the 3 in. What does that mean? I'm putting g into f. So I'm putting this in place of n. So now I got 3 times n squared minus 4, all minus 4. So that would be 3n squared minus 12 minus 4. Or 3n squared minus 16. And it says I'm putting the 3n in place of n. So I'm putting the 3n in place of n. So now I got 3n squared minus 16. And that's going to give me 3 times 9 squared minus 16. Or this is going to give me 27n squared minus 16, and that'd be our answer for 10. Here it says I'm putting h into g, so I'm putting h into g. So now this is going to become 4 times negative 3x minus 3 minus 2. So I got negative 12x minus 12 minus 2. So that's going to give me negative 12x minus 14 is my new function. And here it's saying I'm doing x divided by 3. So if I'm doing x divided by 3, I'm just now putting that in place of my new x. So I got negative 12 times x divided by 3 minus 14. So that's going to give me a negative 4x minus 14, and that's our answer there. All right, for this problem, so we have our formula, right? So I want to try to figure out a way. The main thing I want to be able to figure out is how do I get rid of this square root t? I don't like that. Well, we know it says 500, so I can put the 500 in place of the p. That tells me that's the population. That's what I want to reach. So I can go ahead and subtract the 140 from the 500, and that's going to give me 360 equals 3t plus 10 square root t. Well, I can't get rid of that. I want to just get the square root t by itself. So let's move this 3t over here, and that's going to give me 360 minus 3t equals 10 square root t. Now I can actually square both sides, and that will give me, so I have 12,9,600, 2160t plus 9t squared equals 100. And now I can get into the quadratic formula, right? So I'm going to subtract the 100t from both sides and then rearrange and put it in the quadratic formula. So now I have a quadratic equation. I can put it into the quadratic formula and be able to solve. So I got 2260 plus or minus the square root 2260 squared minus 4 times 9 times the 12,9,600, all divided by 2 times a, so that'll be all divided by 18. So if I do the plus, that gives me 162.5 days. That would be if I did 2260 plus the 664. If I did 2260 minus the 664 divided by 18, we would only get 5 days. All right, for 13, so here I'm putting a minus 1 in place of a, right? So I got a minus 1 squared minus 2, so this is going to give me a squared minus 2a plus 1 minus 2, so this is going to give me a squared minus 2a minus 1, and that's our answer there for 13. All right, for 14, if I want to find the domain, then we know if I have a square root, anytime I have a square root, it has to be greater than or equal to 0. So all I need to do is take 4 minus x squared, set it greater than or equal to 0. So if I subtract the 4, subtract the 4, that gives me negative x squared is greater than or equal to negative 4. And now I got to divide by the negative, divide by the negative. Now remember, when you divide by a negative, the sign has to flip. So now it's got less than or equal to 4, and take the square root of both sides. So here the domain is less than or equal to 2. So that would be our domain. So I have to go from negative infinity all the way up to 2. And it can include 2. So this would be our answer then for 14. All right, for 15, let's go ahead and we just want to graph x squared function going x squared, and let's go at negative. It's at 1, so I know it's going to be at 0, it's going to be at 1, it's going to be at negative 1, it's going to be 1. At negative 2, it's got to be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. At negative 3, it's got to be up here at 9. And it's going only less than or equal to 1. So we're going to put closed circle here at 1, and there's that part of our graph. All right. If I wanted to graph this other part, 2x plus 1, so let's do that one in red. So 2x plus 1, I know I'm putting, it would be here at 1, and we would go up 2 and over 1. Right, so that would be a point there. It would be then up 2 and over 1. It would be a point there, up 2 and over 1. And we're going to get an open circle there, and there's that part of our line. So that would be our piecewise graph, and that's all we had to do for that. All right, to find the difference function, so here I got 4x squared minus 5x plus 3. I know if I want to be able to find this out, we have to do f of a plus h. So f of a plus h is going to be 4 times a plus h squared minus 5 times a plus h plus 3. So that's going to give me 4 times a squared plus 2ah plus h squared minus 5a minus 5h plus 3. So that's going to give me 4a squared plus 8ah plus 4h squared minus 5a minus 5h plus 3. And we know we're subtracting f of a, right? Well, f of a, all we're doing is just putting a in place of x. So this is going to be then minus 4a squared minus 5a plus 3, right? So all we're doing, so I have a 4a squared that we're subtracting from a 4a squared. I have a minus 5a that I'm subtracting from a minus 5a, and a positive 3 that I'm subtracting from a positive 3. So all that I have left is 8a plus 4h squared minus 5h, and that's all divided by h. So my answer is just 8a plus 4h minus 5, and there we go. There's our answer for 16, and that's all of them.